So now we try to relate essential hygiene to zero trust security. So again, in zero trust, whose opinion about what zero trust is should we rely on? And we again go to the standards. NIST 800-207 is defines zero trust architecture, and this picture basically is an illustration of what fundamentally a zero trust architecture is. So the key thing is that anything that is trying to access resources is a subject. So it's a human user or a non-person entity that wants access to a computer, data, etc. And resource is obviously the computer, data, etc. that you're trying to access. So typically the subject and resource, they don't have a lot of isolation between them. The subject can quite often see and access a resource. At least they have a network path to them. And usually that access is not under the control of a policy enforcement point. Usual authentication and access flows are very simple. You authenticate, and then once you're authenticated, then you get access. But so a zero trust architecture basically puts isolation between the subject and the resource. So the default state of the policy enforcement point is to put the resource in a deny all mode. So the resource is inaccessible, invisible by default. And only when the subject is authenticated by the policy decision point and its entitlements are determined, only then the policy enforcement point is instructed to let the subject access the resource. So that is at the initial access time, but subsequently as well. The access, maintaining access is also based on continuous risk assessment. So if the subject is displaying risk, the policy decision point may limit or terminate access. And the richness of context that the policy decision point has is also important. So it's not just static policies, but what's happening in the network. For example, what your SIM or UEBA, etc., or what your EDR is telling you about what's happening. The richer the context that the policy decision point has, the better the access decisions would be.